When discussing flirting, we can categorize men into three distinct groups. The first group is the guy who has no clue how to flirt and inevitably ends up in the friend zone. The second type is the man who tries to flirt, but comes across as awkward. Finally, there's the third group, the guy who actually knows how to flirt effectively. Trust me, by the time you finish watching this video, you'll realize that flirting isn't as hard as you thought. You'll also understand why you've been getting rejected in your attempts to flirt. So, welcome to your ultimate guide on how to flirt. This video is going to break down the entire process for you: how to flirt, how to do it right, and how to make an impression so that the girl you're flirting with remembers you as someone of high value, not just another guy chasing after her. Pay close attention and listen carefully, because what I'm about to share will only take 10 minutes of your time, but the lessons you'll learn will stay with you for life. Let's start with the question, why flirt? To answer that, let's look at an example conversation with no flirting involved. Guy: where are you from? Girl: Melbourne, Australia. Guy: wow, so you survived all the deadly animals, huh? No, but seriously, I've heard it's one of the most livable cities in the world. Why'd you move? Girl: yeah, it's a pretty great place. I moved because blah blah blah. And the conversation just keeps going. A simple way to understand the difference between friendly and sexual flirting is to think about the difference between giving a girl a high five and holding her hand. One is purely friendly, while the other is undeniably sexual. Most men play it safe and don't take bold, riskier moves, which causes their interactions to lack any sexual tension. So, how can you avoid these mistakes and become an irresistible flirt? As we mentioned earlier, one of the most common mistakes is being too obvious. The solution? Be subtle. Instead of being overly direct, make your flirting indirect. For example, let's take that clumsy flirting from earlier and rework it. Girl: I love sports bras. Guy: really? Well, believe it or not, I love girls who love sports bras. See the difference? In both cases, the guy is showing interest, but in the second, it's more subtle. He's implying his attraction without revealing all his cards at once. This makes flirting more exciting for women, as it creates intrigue and leaves things unsaid. Being overly direct can make you come across as desperate, as if you'd settle for any girl who gives you attention. But by skillfully hinting at your intentions, you not only create mystery, but also present yourself as a high-value man. And speaking of high value, another important aspect of flirting is learning how to handle tests. Attractive women, or really any woman, will often test you to gauge your confidence. If you pass these tests by staying cool and unfazed, your attraction will increase. If you become defensive or insecure, you fail. One effective way to pass these tests is by agreeing and amplifying. For example, girl: I bet you use that line on all the girls. Guy: yeah, I wake up surrounded by women every morning. Girl: how many women have you slept with? Guy: today, not too many. Girl: buy me a drink. Guy: sure. Would you like my ATM pin as well? Next, let's talk about a fun flirting technique: acting like you're the prize. Most hot women know they're the prize, but by playfully flipping this around, you can insinuate that she's chasing you. For example, girl: I love sports bras. Guy: don't try to make me imagine you in one. This role reversal adds a playful dynamic and makes her work for your attention.